Hey, traders, happy Thursday. Good to see y'all. And, I stream like daily and we're looking at charts and stuff. And we start with Bitcoin, so we're doing it again, and it's down $1,375 on the day. It's continued to bleed out. Not too bad, considering the support resistances pictured on your screen. And there aren't many where we are. I mean, there's just maybe a low from February 11th, a low from February 27th that you're just flirting with right now. Maybe locally there's some sort of miniature demand line, maybe. Negative momentum's at its highest level since August 3rd on the 4-hour. And RSI is sitting at 43.7. So yeah, I mean, at these levels where we are after the nice run, it wouldn't be that surprising if we ever saw 42K again for a back test or not. I remember, if you go to the daily, Bitcoin's never back tested that level before. These trend lines, not even really anything on the daily here. So it's such an insignificant structure right there. So yeah, unfortunately, falling back below the 200-day moving average, it's not really ever what you want to see. You always want that price to be above it. That's okay. So yeah, I mean, that to me would make the most sense if Bitcoin saw 42K for a back test, like where we are now. If it were, if it's really reversing. And yeah, I mean, like from a high to a slightly higher high, the RSI is kind of, on the daily, really there. I mean, can you argue? It's like, it may not play out, but that's kind of a high, a little sell-off, and then a higher high, and you're overbought, and you make a lower level than the first time. That is Class A bearish divergence textbook, right? So let's see what happens there. It may just pivot and go again and get overbought once more, make triple divergence or something. But for now, I'm just bringing it up that we didn't really know too much. But now we're, with more data, it seems like it's very real. Kind of right there. And yeah, I guess the MACD, but it's, there's no separation to histogram islands, but the RSI is definitely there. So yeah, 42K could happen and it wouldn't be crazy. It really wouldn't. I mean, just maybe a back test of your July 30th high. I mean, that also could happen. Hasn't occurred. So there we are on Bitcoin. We've broken out, we've rallied, but kind of stalling a little bit, right? A little bit of stalling going on for Bitcoin and for almost every single other altcoin that exists out there. All right, you go to Ethereum, it's also pulled back. It's, everything on this one's okay till it falls below 28.89. All right, the overhead resistance back from May 26th and June 3rd. You're above it still, but stalling as well. No bearish divergence at all, not even locally on this one. You can't even make an argument that it's bearish divergence on Ethereum's daily like you kind of can for Bitcoin. But, it doesn't have to have bearish divergence because if the macro pulls back, Ethereum's going to pull back more or just as much, right? It's down almost 5% today. It's down more than Bitcoin, which is only down 3% today. So yep, Bitcoin is dictating the market, even with breakouts almost everywhere, dude. There are all kinds of breakouts all over the place, and a lot of assets have not broken out, they've just hit inflection points, and they're kind of pulling back at those inflection points. So if you want to see, what's the headline? GRT, very real breakout. I mean, it's happened even with all this bad stuff going on with Bitcoin and the alts, right? GRT, this is, an hour 44 minutes till an actual daily candle close confirmation, but we already have a 4-hour confirmation breakout. All right, that's real. And it's not just horizontal line resistance broken. It's also a supply line on GRT that goes all the way back to February 11th, the all-time high, when at one time this asset hit almost $3, $2.89. And that's one anchor point. The second anchor point was the high from April 15th. You are breaching that undeniably right now on high volume the past couple of days. right? I mean, what's the highest level of volume the GRT has seen on this, at least Coinbase chart, since May 28th? These are like very, very real developments occurring on an asset that we've been looking at and monitoring it and taking positions, and adding to those positions for weeks, a few weeks, and it's going to be really tough, man, for this breakout to be sustained or to even play out if Bitcoin actually reverses here. Right? I mean, because we just know how homogenous this market is, how everything's so tied to Bitcoin's performance. It's like, yeah, it's awesome, it's breaking out. But it's like, man, it's hard to be confident if the macro's going south, right? So cool. I mean, that's awesome and stuff. I'm just kind of jaded by Bitcoin. I love it. I love this. And the upside potential, 133 minimum. I know there's like a local high at 95 cents. Still like 9 more cent upside before anything where you are right now. So we'll keep our eye on it. I have an alert set up. So if it makes the highest level of the entire run, yesterday it ran up to a high of 88.7 cents, and today it hit its highest high, 88.67 cents. So it actually hasn't even exceeded its highest point from yesterday. I have an alert set up, so if it does throughout the stream sometime, we'll hear the beep. Whatever, man. Another asset that's very notable today is Nano, up almost 13%. Nano, what's going on with Nano? Why is that? Okay, so that must have been the 4 hour. I plotted it. Yeah, Nano just continuing to run, man. It didn't really look anything special at all. It didn't look anything like anything unique, more unique than any other random S coin on this market. It was a busted harmonic pattern that fell below a lot of critical supports and just bounced on the 21st like everything else. Ended up in the end having all that divergence, sure, but you can clearly see no higher low, so no accumulation locally. And you're running, and I mean, like, until you really break like your high from June 3rd and May 26th, it's kind of just like it might just be a lower high. I mean, in actuality, I could just like eyeball this on the daily, and maybe I'm crazy here. That's a little shallow there, but 786 retraces up here. I mean, it could be some sort of harmonic bearish, but I don't know. Catching bids today, while mostly everything else is not catching bids. Breaking this high point from March 10th, April 10th. It's not even really a big deal. I think 746 is the next major high, February 19th. So cool. I mean, it's catching bids, and that's like, God, on the watch list here on this one. Let's look at the newer S coins. I mean, Dia coin that had a fantastic, phenomenal double bottom at the critical inflection point. It was so beautiful. It's up today, 6.82%, nearing a major resistance support at $2, $1.98 to $2. It broke through just another level that's not really that important on the daily. You ever broke $2? That is where things could get insane really fast. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. It could go to $2.75 if it ever breaks $2 on DIA. Just one of the lone gainers in crypto. And then we look at DNT to USDC. It's up 1.3%. Really, it's just kind of, just a random coin doing the same thing as all the other scrubs. The lowest low of the sell-off, no higher lows, and not really making higher highs. It's very well off its May and June highs. And I guess it's approaching a candle high close at 18.4 cents. Goes back to January 8th. It's approaching those levels again, so cool, dude. I'm just looking at ones that, are just up on the day. Because if you're up on the day in your crypto, you're doing something different. Here's your Chili's coin, which is up 5% today. looks like ever since it created the bottom of the range, it's range bound, and it's stuck between that newly manufactured low from May and a high that goes back to April. You're nearing the top of it again. So that's where, hey, inflection point for Chili's, if it ever breaks 36.7 cents, it could be headed to 57 cents, right? That's historical price action, kind of tells us where it could be going. Above the 200-day moving average, which is nice. That's better than Bitcoin at least, right? As Bitcoin is getting closer and closer to breaking below $44,000 as I'm speaking to you. Yeah, nothing really liking this price action today, where you're just kind of in nowhere. Like you broke resistance, but you're not really at supports. You hit a 50% or almost hit a 50% retrace from the high to the low on Bitcoin, and you didn't quite get there. God, you were so close. You're just kind of maybe catching a reaction. And the 4-hour bearish divergence finally began to play out. And that, unfortunately, that 4-hour bearish divergence on Bitcoin is now maybe starting to usher in a little bit of RSI daily bearish divergence on Bitcoin. Just something to note. Okay, we look at, real quick, let's look at total. You know, we like staying up to date on that one. Working on a bearish engulfing candle after a major breakout, right? I mean, it's today at its lowest point tested, like pretty much to the T, the high from February 20th. Tested it as support and bounced, but as Bitcoin continues to sell off, total does too with the altcoins. And so, hey man, up thrusts happen. I mean, yeah, it broke out, it back tested, it confirmed it, and sometimes failures occur, but again, you're safe until you fall below the zone. Picture on your screen, 1.72 to 1.78 trillion dollars. Okay, that's it, man. There's more. There's a, wow, okay, that's not too bad right there, dang. DCR to the US dollar tether's up 1.8% today. Actually looks pretty good, man. I mean, like, you broke the neckline of the potential double bottom. It's a confirmed double bottom now. Right, just like that. That's the neckline I'm pointing to and showing you. You just back tested it today and the 200-day moving average at the same time. That's pretty good. All right, I'm just trying to help you visualize this Bulkowski structure, confirmation structure, reversal structure. So it's cool and all that you are above some critical levels, but just above you, like, right? It, you know, a breakout on a double bottom is confirmed, but it doesn't matter, because if it runs up to 172 and there's too much, too many sell orders there, then it won't break and it'll just fail, and maybe it will dump to lower prices. It's big time range, right, on DCR between 87.57 and 170. You know, it's kind of a straight down, straight up, straight down situation. So yeah, you're nearing an inflection point that will be critical. If you can ever break it, my God, you could see a lot of upside on DCR. All right, you break 172, boom, 215, 246. Next resistance points. So I'm just looking at assets up on the day. Let's see. This is not XRP, chat. This is XPR. This is the poor man's XRP. But look at this. So illiquid, right? So illiquid, and no one even knew it existed probably till right now. But look where it is. Yeah, I remember monitoring this back here, and it was doing this price action. It was like, oh my God, this is so bullish, and it ended up going to unreal levels before crashing and coming back down to the same spot. Is that a spring back test of spring? Either way, this is extremely educational, right? Just because, like, this is this type of stuff. I don't care what the chart is. I don't care what the ticker is. When you find assets at these levels,
my trading app says
they are low
stock is more than
risk,
what trading
low
view
risk.
is saying at close. Could one buy a put option? It's a 3% difference.
Hold on. Thanks for the 420. You're trading at saying a price of a stock is more than what TradingView is saying at close. Oh, I don't know, man. I would not try to trade that way. That's weird. Nah, because there are discrepancies and mistakes can happen, and there can be problems, dude. Like, hey, is the earnings date tomorrow? No, well, TradingView says it's tomorrow, but it's actually not tomorrow. It's actually already happened, or it's in 3 days, or, right? No, man, I wouldn't be. That's not right. One will take a put option on asset, hopefully when the macro is showing really bearish signals, maybe in a bear trend, a downtrend, the individual asset you're trading is also showing extremely bearish signals, lots of them at critical inflection points, and maybe confirmation highs, right? Those are the times to be buying puts on assets. Okay, anyway, XPR is up on the day by 1.25%. It's holding 3.4 tenths of 1 penny. Let's go, chat. Let's go. All right, anyway, whatever. I was just looking at assets up today, and it seems like if this keeps selling off on Bitcoin, even the ones in green will not be in green for long. Okay. Switch gears. S&P 500 all-time highs today, like by far highest level ever in history of humans. 4460.82. Beautiful. Just floating on up, probably on its way to the 2618 at 4532. It is just going, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. S&P 500, beautiful, dude. Dow Jones Industrial, all-time highs again today, as it was yesterday and the day before. You breached a range that goes back to May, nearing the 1272 VIP extension, 35,584. It is upon ye. Figured that's where it'd be headed if it did break out. It's almost there, dude. And then above that, it's 35,844, the 1414. Okay, nice. Values doing things. Nasdaq Composite. Talking about like maybe a range. I like it. I mean, it bullish Harami today. It technically closed above that high from July 13th. Candle high close above that. It's always good. Let's see if we get some follow-through price action on a confirmed re-breakout of the initial high point of what could be possibly considered the range. Okay, so NASDAQ is certainly underperforming the S&P 500 and Dow Jones right now, with some mega cap names, just kind of driving it down a little bit. Right, like Intel, Visa, PayPal, not having good days today. But Apple did well. Apple is probably the reason why. Apple and Tesla, Nvidia, probably your reasons why it's green today. All right, so speaking of tech, similar picture. I mean, it's almost like you could literally say a piercing line reversal, not in good context though. I mean, it's like normally you want to see piercing line reversals at bottoms, right? Like morning stars, abandoned babies, right? At bottoms, like it's sold off. Like is this really a sell off? Not really, but it is a piercing line, undeniably 100% piercing line. So we'll see what happens with a Japanese candlestick reversal in a kind of not really contextual. There's not really a appropriate context of an area where it presents itself. Anyway, okay. Gold's still trying to rally right after the major flash crash, and then a bullish engulfing candle on the 11th. It's back above 1747. But again, dude, until you're back above 1800, until you breach this little mini double top, I don't want anything to do with it, man. Just when that does happen, we'll talk. We'll be like, dang, man, okay, recovery's occurring. Maybe Composite Man was shaking everyone out. We're back above critical levels, but we're just not, right? I mean, maybe he was really doing that, but until you breach your previous discernible swing high on the daily at 1828 to 1835, F gold. Just for real. I mean, like, whatever. There's just no reason. It's like, oh, you're just taking along cuz it's making lower highs, lower lows for a year. It's down year to date. Terrible performer. Silver. Wow, bearish engulfing candle yesterday. Trash. Holding a support, 2305. That's great, dude. But below that, death. 2158. Bullish divergence. Completely violated. Invalidated. That's not a good signal, right? Don't you want your bullish signals to be reliable, and not only be reliable, but outperform? Well, when they get violated, when bullish signals get violated, invalidated, that's not a good sign. That's not really an asset you want to be longing, okay? It just isn't. Okay, that's it. That's your gold, silver, stocks or equities, index funds, and then some crypto. And look at the top gainer on the S&P 500 today was Salesforce. Anything above 234 is really good on this one, man, in my opinion. I love CRM above 234. I think it will go to 270 above this level long enough. And you nice bullish engulfing candle today. Now, here's the thing, man. You got earnings coming out in a couple weeks. Well, maybe it runs up leading up to that, but I'm just telling you, way this earnings, all earnings, man, like the trade won't happen. Like it could very well just completely get destroyed. You don't get your stop out, nothing, because it just gaps down 15 to 20%. So it's just like, pay attention if you're trying to long assets that look good in stocks. Be aware of where that individual asset is when it's reporting earnings. And wait till after the earnings report. And then do a damage assessment. Was there damage? Did it survive? Did it have a gap down, gap up? Was it a breakaway gap? Was it nothing gap? These are questions you want to answer after earnings, not before. Coin flip. And then Apple, second top gainer on the S&P 500 today, nearing top of the pennant. Yes, not even a bullish engulfing candle. It's so close because it was so powerful that it opened higher than yesterday's close. That's why it's not an engulfing candle, but so strong and nearing the supply line of the bullish pennant pattern. Can't really say there's any kind of hidden divergence. It's just really strong, and if it breaches, I think that you're going to see 152.84. That's your major previous high to low fib extension. The 1272, 152.84, 156.92, and then your 1.618 is 162.78. So this could just continue to run, man. It's been consolidating bullishly after a really nice impulse up. Nice. Tesla, also third top gainer today. Bullish engulfing candle above, I think, a major high. Yeah, I think this is a big deal on Tesla. This is the highest daily candle close Tesla's received since April 26, chat. That's a big deal. It's doing things it hasn't done in a while. And I'm just saying that high from the A, the top of the harmonic, March 10th. Yeah, candle high close even March 1st. Just above that, you probably could run to $800. Tesla survived its earnings. It's making higher lows. It's above the 200-day moving average, doing a lot of decent things. Maybe a little bearish divergence, but not at that. Not you just broke out. We'll see what we get tomorrow above 717.58. Really nice. Really nice, dude. Pfizer, another gainer. This one's just nuts, dude. Oh man, so close to that 1272 fib extension, dude. Look at, hey, Apple had a pennant, so did Pfizer in the end. Didn't it? Yeah, that's a beautiful little pennant. Maybe Apple's gonna do the same thing Pfizer did. Beautiful pennant breakout. Far exceeded any kind of target, right? But that's really nice there, dude. Bullish pattern presents itself. And the trend's bullish, the macro's bullish. It breaks out and it outperforms. It's reliable and it outperforms. Beautiful, dude. Impulse up, bullish continuation, impulse. Impulse, continuation, consolidation. Back and forth, back and forth. What's up, dude? Thanks for 25.
Anonymous tipped $25. Check out $CQT. Crazy stuff.
Sure, dude. Whatever you want. Some S-Coin. There's not really anything to look at. Yep, it's up 34.65%. CQT. And it'll be down 34% in a few days or something, probably, right? Cool. Got listed to crack in. There's no traditional technical analysis we can do on this asset. It's not value areas. There's nothing actionable about this asset besides ooh and ah. Let's look at it. Great. That was literally the only request of the day. Sweet. CQT. Okay. 120. Psychological resistance. We got another ABBV, which is the fourth top gainer on the day today. Look at this pattern. Look at this structure. You know, it's like attempting a rally here. You know, deep retraces. Is that a rising wedge? I mean, it almost looks like it, doesn't it? And it's like really struggling. There's a high from where? Is that it? Why do I have that plotted there? Oh, it just, I have the local high set up from May 12th that it's just testing, but man, it keeps making higher lows here. That's super strong. So maybe all-time highs could be in store for ABBV soon, which is pharmaceuticals, right? It's probably just it's following the trend of everything else, you know, the Modernas and Pfizers of the world. It's just underperforming those. So really tough to be like, oh, great time to long this asset. How deep's the retrace? High to 88%, right? I mean, dude, yeah, 88% retrace tested late July. Dang, man, and no higher. So you're reacting here, so you just keep going sideways long enough, it's probably bullish. It's tough to be like really bullish when you're looking at this, at deep retraces, right? And just, I guess you just keep diverging.
Please check out XRP. Thanks, Mitch.
What's the point, dude? It looks like everything else is down 7%. What did it do? XRP hit a supply line, and there was certainly, undeniably, supply there. I can't believe this news. I can't believe this happened. Oh wait, yes I can, because that's exactly why we plot lines on charts. Right, a high from April 13th, a high from, well, we had it here, then we adjusted with the data May 18th, and as you can see, tested it not once, but twice. You did it today, and you're reversing there for now. So too much supply, not enough demand yet to get this asset broken. And it's really not just that, it's what we've been talking about on every single coin, right? They have their May and June highs. It was like 2 peaks, and it went up and it tested that too, and no higher. If it broke that, 150 easy. Just the Binance wick high up there. So yeah, you're gonna have a nice run up. You're gonna pull back. Hopefully you'll probably just make a higher low. You're above the 200-day moving average, and it'll go again. That's it.
The spice extends life. The spice expands.
Okay.
The spice is vital to space travel. The spacing knew that its navigators, who the spice has mutated over 4,000 years, use the orange.
Really intrigued, I guess, on Hex still. Hex is still pretty good. I mean, what else has to happen? I mean, you clearly made the second low, and you've begun to rally. Where's the demand? Where are the buyers? Richard Hart, you out there? You've confirmed that the bottom's in, market participants on Hex. What are you doing? Why are you not marking the price up now? This is like normally exactly, and there was hidden bullish divergence on the MACD. It's like, it's time. Maybe Bitcoin's not helping, you know, but this is certainly like in an uptrend, a bullish potential pattern presents itself. This is when it's time to mark up to probably go test, you know, at least the neckline, which is like 15.8 cents. So it's not happened yet, really. So just, you gotta be mindful. But we do know it looks kind of like a confirmation low has been created after a pullback in a very, very bullish trend. So yeah, it'll probably it's just not gonna be easy for anything to perform or move up when Bitcoin's dropping, right? It's down $1,500 now, down 3.33%, continuing to drop. So I should just take off on these days, really. So I don't know, assets like Tron hit and upthrusted through a very real resistance, right? Remember the May high, June high? You breached it, now you're below it. You're at those levels. Not going to be easy to break. You also look left way back from 2018. on Tron. Look at this inception high. Oh, this price was listed on Binance January 2018. That open, I just plotted that because it's like you had that and then you actually had price action correlation to it May 22nd, 2018. That is what you up thrusted through, and you're not above right now. Go figure. That's a resistance, an inflection point. You inflected and you're back below it. So you get back above it, man. Yeah, I think you can go to 10 cents on Tron, but dang, this one had been outperforming like almost everything locally, at least since the bottom. And yeah, you're catching a little pullback with the macro. I can't even believe it's only down 1% today. The Bitcoin being down so much. It has outperformed the living crap out of Bitcoin recently, including today. Just give it time, man. There's a little bit of bearish divergence. Wait, not even, man. You did kind of double top. It's almost like Class C bearish divergence on Tron. So yeah, pullback happening. Neo hit. Well, I mean, it looked really good. Then the macro, then Bitcoin, sells off, and it's gonna sell off too. It looked like it was almost cup with handle, almost ascending triangle. It was just bullish consolidation. It had a really nice rally. Thought it was gonna see probably $54.90, maybe $55, but it just couldn't do it. I mean, when most assets are extremely high beta to Bitcoin, extremely sensitive to Bitcoin's price action, this is just one of them. So it is just pulling back with it, and this will not play out if Bitcoin continues to dump. All right, this will break 47.36, which is a critical area from, I mean, look, man, February of 2021, March of this year as well. And you go back to, yeah, dude, look at this low from May of 2018. Yep, that's it. So you will not hold that if Bitcoin continues to dump. It looks like it's gonna, this could be now. I mean, shoot, dude. Same demand line, like that. Yeah, dude, mysteries abound. Good luck, pray for Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be approaching 43,550 if it keeps this up soon. Doge hit a critical, I mean, dude, this is like, hello? Oh, technical analysis is stupid, even though these lines have been plotted here for months. Oh, what happens when you break 23 cents? Well, you broke it, then you just back tested it, confirmed it as support, right? And then you ran up and tested the next level as resistance and then reversed there. That's like perfect, dude. That's, yeah, TA is respected. Trend lines, supports, resistances are all tested. It's beautiful.
Balloon G, can we look at XL Fleet Corporation VAT on the 4 hour?
Whatever you want, dude.
To watch?
Sure, dude. Yeah, it looks awesome locally, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's deep enough. Not even close, dude. It looks to me like a potential bat that is not retraced deep enough yet. Nope. And this trend's awful. It's like lowest low of all time in May of this year. So yeah, you're just asking, you're like, hey, is that a harmonic? Not yet. On its way though. Broke the bad action magnet move. 886 is at, oh, that would be perfect. If the asset could ever hit the pattern completion zone, it would be confluent with a swing low from April 21st. That would be the area to think about XL. And just, I don't even know if you'd take action there yet, because it would just be a reaction low. So below the 200 moving average and 4 hour, I mean, this isn't probably even that discernible on the daily, so it's not that strong, but pretty obvious the range you're in, between 586 and 914 here. You have not retraced deep enough yet, and it doesn't matter if it reverses here. You have to go by the rules. There is no edge right now. I mean, you're diverging, but you're rallying and you're still just below the 200 moving average. You're not making higher highs, dude. Wait till 586. That's exactly where you'd want to, have an alert set up, my God. You wait maybe a month or two, or you never hear the beep and you never come back to this asset ever again. Perfect on XL Fleet. That's it.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Greg Thomas, who are you, and in what manner am I speaking? Was this, not worth? Was this not it? Was this not? Mr. Hyde, was this okay? Satisfied, dissatisfied, happy, unhappy? Let me know. Thanks. Interesting though. That's all good, man. Back to just, you know, that one coin.
Right on, Mitch. Check out Laser Luminatech on Nasdaq.
Sure did. Thanks. Yeah, so you're about to break whatever this is. Not, is it even really a demand line? Demand line, by the way. Like, created August 7th. That's not even really a demand. It's like the trashiest scrub demand line ever, right? Once it breaks 42.6 maybe. Just candle high closes from July 30th and August 1st. You think hour 11 minutes till the daily close, which unfortunately, again, will be us failing to break stay above the 200-day moving average after, you know, you spent a good part of almost 3 days above it. Not anymore. You're below it. Oh yeah, Kroll, also thanks for joining the Patreon as soon as the stream started. Thank you, dude. I think you know to sync up the Patreon and Discord. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Total also, you know, in dire straits, just barely hanging on to the top, right, of the range. Oh, there's Kroll. What's up, dude? Thanks, man. So I'll just sit here for the next hour, waiting on Bitcoin to just finally sell off and just go to 43.5. You just get it over with, man. All right, let's go to the stock requests. Oh God, it's so ugly. Yeah, I don't even know if I like it here. I don't care if there's this harmonic here. It doesn't make sense, any sense looking left. Like, I mean, I get it, right? He's requesting laser because he sees an M shape, but dude, where's the M shape? It's not an 88% retrace or 786 retrace from the lows down here. It's too deep of a retrace on B anyway. It's too perfect of a top on A and C. It's zero formal harmonic. It's nothing. So, and now look at the weakness. It's almost just like a beautiful bear pole bear flag combination. Getting you ready to go down to 1377 probably, or wherever the candle close was, right? 1350. Dude, this is correction territory. This thing could just keep bleeding out for months.
You should have an coin wheel for times like this. Just donate to spin and analyze whatever pops up.
That'll be a lot of work. And then what happens if it lands on the same coin twice, you know? And it's like no one's requesting things. I'm just gonna hit the space bar and just go through assets, you know? Which I'm sure everyone would prefer anyway. Michael, I know you're kidding, dude. It's funny though. Hey, you know they're doing it because they've had some success. So someone out there has been dumb enough to do it. So yeah, dude, to me, I don't care about this asset till 1350 minimum, dude. It had
Good
a
evening,
stupid
bro.
markup, now it's
Can we
correcting,
look at
and I just
Arcane?
would not touch it
Q
for now.
report
Leave it
tomorrow,
alone.
so watch out or place your bets. Victory hand.
What's up, PK? Yeah, like, you know, we look at it, it's like, who cares until after that earnings report? Because it could be the best looking structure in the world and doesn't matter. Yeah, no thanks, dude, to like maybe 1350. Because why? 1350 is an actual level where maybe a real support is, and low to high. It's where the 88% retrace is. You're at the 78% retrace, and you're just, there's no demand. No one wants it.
Little salty
Still.
to admit. Maybe be a
I
little
wouldn't want
more
it either.
appreciative of your community. Positivity goes a long way, sir. Hashtag much love.
Arcane. What is this? Arcane Crypto AB? Wow, I've been here before. Very interesting. Like, it's up 13% today, but again, it doesn't matter if it reports earnings literally tomorrow, because yes, today it had a confirmed candle close back above the very, very major level of inflection. I don't know when the last time I've been here. It's been a long time, and it has fallen below that level forever. So it's a pretty convenient time for you to be requesting it again, because it actually makes sense for you to request it again, because where it is, it's back to critical levels. But dang, man, there's like no way you could have like, oh, this is the time to long Arcane. No way, dude. It was like death dumping. It was like just going to its lowest level of all time, right? I mean, just nothing you can do here. So like, yeah, it rallied, and now it made a higher low. It filled a gap, but where it is, this is where it starts becoming maybe actionable. If it anything above 25.6 to 26.6 cents could be really good. I think the upside would take you probably to 37 to 39 cents. That's it for Arcane. There you go. Okay, Bitcoin. Yeah, I keep on. Every day I go live, just keep making your session lows. It's real fun, dude. I mean, this rate, it doesn't make, I mean, it wouldn't be weird at all to backtest 42K. Like, not weird at all. Yeah, you could always backtest 43,000, which is just a wick low from February 28th. It's reversed there before, so it exists. You can't literally ignore it. It's
Please
there.
give me your opinion on Sam Samuel Bill.
And from where it reversed, it literally rallied from that low, that reversal point, all the way before it reversed 43% in 2 weeks. So it's there, 43K. It's terrible, dude. Bitcoin good success. Thanks for the 5. Terrible. Samuel Adams is awful. Technically, terrible. And it got destroyed on earnings. Wow, I can't even believe it's worth what it is. Beer's okay. It's not like, not great, not terrible, right? It's like Chernobyl level beers. So, yeah, dude.
Mitch, thanks for coming every day to educate us. I'm a Patreon, and this community changed my life for good. Love and peace, brother. Blessings.
Thanks, Fido Trader, for the super chat and the kind words. Appreciate it, dude. Thoughts on GRT to BTC? Well, it did something phenomenal. It hasn't done, like, kind of ever. It did it, though. Chat, I want you to see this. This is how you can utilize BTC pairs into your strategy for longing a US dollar pair. Or look at this. I mean, this is what happened. You know, GRT lost GRT to BTC lost 88% of its value.
Ernest Mitch had impressive run with Bitcoin's action, 0.001000000 BTC.
Thank you, Rory. We can look at it. Raven, yeah, it's been killing it, dude. For sure. Thanks for the Cardano contribution. But it's Bitcoin. But it's crypto. Thanks, dude. So from the lowest low to the highest high, GRT to BTC, literally the date of July 28 tested that 88% retrace that was confluent with some sort of support resistance from the beginning of the year. Rallied, made a higher low, and now has breached what I think would be a supply line that goes back to March 9th, April 11th, May 15th, and July 5th, right? That's a lot of touches. That's a very valid supply line. It's broken for the first time. And the upside, I think, would take it to 2470 Satoshis, maybe. And that's just awesome. I mean, like, how is it that GRT to BTC is breaking out at the same time GRT to the US dollar is breaking out of its own resistance points? It's pretty cool to see. So that just means, like, if this is a real breakout, that GRT to BTC could outperform Bitcoin for a while. Or at least it sees the next level. A lot of work to do, but really nice chart. Extremely nice chart, dude. Okay. Yep, Daniel, there you go, dude. What's up, Macaron, dude? Let's go, man.
Thank you for being here every day. Thank you for your teachings and thoughts and analysis. Best part of my day, you're changing lives. Thank you, man. Peace. 0.017200000 ETH.
Thanks, man, for the very kind words. And, I mean, obviously the contribution, man, it's great, dude. Thank you. Hey, it's whatever, you know. It's like I do it like 7 days a week. So, like, some days you just don't know. Like, I mean, you go live and you just don't know if you're helping people. Some days you're just like, oh God, you know. And some days it's like, oh, it's pretty apparent that I'm helping people. And then there are other days where it's like, I have no idea if what I'm doing is helping anyone at all, you know. It's a weird world. For sure. Streaming, man. And you get impersonators and scammers and I don't know, dude, people that hate you, you know, and it's like, really? You hate me? And it's like, I don't even know who you are, but you hate me, dude? Huh? You're obsessed with me and hate me at the same time? Like, what? Alright, so, I mean, here's Raven coin. It did what every single other coin did. It lost 88% of its value. It was great, man. It went and it back tested February 15th of 2020, October of 2019's highest support. Literally one time, one day, June 22nd, you never saw it again. And since then, it's rallied and broken above an inflection point between 11.7 and 13 cents. I think where you are now is kind of, there's no real major resistance here. The major resistance above 13 cents, I think, is 22.5 cents. I mean, you're going to test that high from early May. But the major, obviously, look, it was created February 21st, candle high close, March 16th, and then pretty much an up thrust reversal April 15th. So that right there is the next level. There's probably a supply line, you know, from the two highs that it'll test eventually. But it broke out. I mean, it's broken out above a level, and if it can stay in that level long enough, eventually it could rally to the top of the new level it's in, right? The new zone. The bottom below that was like a zone between 3.8 cents and 13 cents. And now you're in another zone, another level, right? And it's all dictated by previous discernible swing lows and highs from history, right? Yeah. That is Raven. Thank you, Rory.
You help me every time you go live, man. I've been watching since 2017 to 2018.
What's up, Bull Run? Thanks for 25. Super chat, man. Thank you, dude. I'm glad I've been a positive influence in your life, right? Thank you, man. Thank you, Rory. I see you, dude. I see you. Everything's okay today, Pierre. Everything's fine today. It's just like, you know, crypto doesn't go up every day. Not even every other day, dude. It's just like, but yeah, I think if Bitcoin is truly gonna do that two-parter, the two-parter that it's always only ever done, right? In real bull cycles, insane bull cycles, not jokes, not 2019's joke. That was a one-time thing. We're talking about an all-time high breach and a run, right? And you're pulling back here. You did similar stuff in 2013, 2014, and then 2017, right? 2015 to 2017. You did it where you got overbought on the weekly. A lot, really, in Bitcoins, that old cycle. But then you go again and you get overbought once more. So let's see, BLX. Or just like look before, right, in history, you got those two different times, like April 2013, a huge run. My God, it went insane, and then it sold off, and it was like, I don't know, man. It just reset, and then it ran again, and it hit the top, right? It's all-time high, 1162. Then it went to the correction, and then it was kind of different, I think, and then the last cycle where it got overbought so many times. I don't know if the monthly was, yeah, monthly is pretty good, but still doesn't really apply so much in 2017. But as you can see, right, a cycle. You get two peaks. You even here locally got two peaks, like barely, right? It's like two peaks, one peak. It's like, wait a second, you know, on the monthly, Bitcoin bounced off 60 on the RSI, which is the bullish control zone, and that monthly is implying with that bounce that bulls still control this asset on the most significant time scale. That's all that literally is what that means, okay? You know, the last time Bitcoin on the monthly broke above 60 on the RSI and then back tested it as support, August of 2016. August 2016 was right here. And that is when you had the resumption of the multi-year cycle, bull trend or whatever, that got you to 20K, from 5K to 20K. Like, you know, before that, it was like, Bitcoin was like $600 and change. The last time on the monthly it broke above 60 or whatever, it doesn't matter what it did before, but it came back to test 60 and then rallied. It's back to test 60 and rallying, and now currently sitting at 66.48. So I don't know, man. 1 2 1 2 1, right? Bitcoin log scale, it looks phenomenal, dude. Like, how, like, if you're looking at this chart on the monthly, how can you be really bearish? You can't be. It's a joke. Like, oh yeah, dude, calling the top now on Bitcoin on the monthly. Really? No, you're not. So I don't know, man. Like, we're on a back test day, right? A back test type of day. Dang, man, GRT just back tested the supply line as a support after a confirmed 4-hour candle close breakout. Look at this, man. I haven't even looked at GRT on the monthly ever, I don't think. Nice morning star last month on GRT. Let's go. Morning star. reversal. Oh, dude, I mean, just look at the month or the weekly on GRT right now. Look what it's doing. I mean, it's breaching the high from December of 2020. You got 3 days till confirmation, but it's never done that before except once. And when it did it, it didn't even really do it. It like closed in January at it and then just broke it in February, and that was it. It's the only real price action correlation you've had at that level until earlier this year where you broke below it, right? And then for 4 months straight, GRT regarded that December 2020 level as a resistance, and even a resistance again in June. And then resistance once more in July. Good God. And now finally, you're breaking it. So, right, 3 days, anything's possible. It could just wick down like it did here these times. But you get a candle close confirmation above this level. I mean, the upside, 133 minimum. And there really is no overhead resistance on GRT on a weekly time scale until $1.89. So if I'm just telling you like the upside potential percentage wise to the next overhead resistance on the weekly for GRT, it is 124% upside. That's it, dude. So the daily, right? We're talking about less than 1 hour until until this is confirmed, and it may not it may not play out. It like literally could get so bad in the next 50 minutes that GRT is unable again to breach it with confirmation on a close and closes below it because there's too much supply. That's always possible. But if it closed right now, it would be a candle close confirmed breakout on the daily for the first time ever. As you see yesterday, it was doing it and it just couldn't sustain before the end of the day for a close. All right. And that with the GRT BTC breakout, this is just such a freaking strong asset, man. I like it, Royal Gamers. Get rich together. That's what GRT stands for. Get rich together, indeed. Heck, man, it's probably because our community and Scott Carney that this thing is doing what it's doing. We are the composite operator now, chat. Combined. Cabo. I'm not sure about many others that are doing like supply line breakouts like right now. If you're scared about Cardano or something because it's down 2% today, go to the daily and slap yourself in the face because what an indecision candle after a major breakout, and it's just testing new levels, right? The level that we've been talking about to ad nauseum on every chart, May and June highs. It's at it. It even hit June's high, and it's pulled back not once but twice. That's it, dude. EOS was doing some crazy stuff. Look what it did though on the daily, right? It went and tested the 200-day moving average and rejected it.
Gentlemen.
Hi Mitch, can you check Clove?
Sure, dude. Why not? It gapped up today, up 10.82%. It's down after hours, 1.22%. And yeah, 88% retrace, we know that. But it's not really, that's it though. That's like literally it on it, you know? What did it have? Earnings? Wow, it had earnings and popped on earnings, and the gap's so small that it will probably fill in time. I mean, like, dude, that's gonna probably fill $8. It's certainly not a breakaway gap. We know that, and we know for a fact it's not an exhaustive gap. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to be calling it either of those. It's just your normal everyday gap with like a 67+% chance of a gap fill soon. So great news on beating earnings and just creating a big red candle. Wow, it opened at 952, ran up to 965, and then, you know, bled out and hit a low of 859 before rallying and closing the day up over $9 by 1 cent. And it looks like there's just this one level that it's flirting with. Maybe if it holds that, you know, it could hold above March 15th and start regarding that as support for the first time literally ever, because it's never regarded that as support successfully and done anything. So maybe it does it this time, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like without any kind of like real, you know, evidence that that area is a major inflection point. I can't be like, it's a great area, it could bounce there. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need levels that are tried and true. Yes, it's historically done all these things at this level more than once, maybe like 5 to 10 times. The more times, the better. So this is like whatever. Clove breaking to the upside because of earnings.
Less than 3.
What's up, Igor? Thanks for the 690. The Verge. Wow. Thanks, man. There you go. I wish there was more I could say anonymous about Clove, dude. It's just, nah. But yeah, deep retraces. No one's gonna argue with you on deep retraces. No one. That's 88+% retrace. But it's not at a level of inflection anywhere, even where it reversed. It might have just been the Fibonacci 886. Now, Clovis, on the other hand, really interesting. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna sit here. Composite operator, I don't know what he's doing, but dude, like CLVS, I get confused with Clove and Clovis all the time. Tell me if this is not a level of inflection from history that goes back to August 2019. I mean, just March 2020, August 2020. It's there, you know, and it even is certainly from its low to high, like a deep retrace. Low to high. That's an 88% retrace. I mean, like, this one's better than the other one, than Clovis, ticker, Clovis. I don't know if it's gonna hold, man. Not really. See, the problem is on the daily, it's not showing any kind of bullish divergence here. It's showing bearish convergence. So that's why I just don't know. Normally, you want to see like really strong seller exhaustion at an inflection point. You don't have seller exhaustion on the daily at an inflection point. So it's kind of meh. Yeah, Bitcoin went from just moments ago $43,895 to $44,350. What a swing in a 1 hour and 15-minute period. As long as I've been live. I don't know, I just covered Cardano like, what, 10 minutes ago? Max, maybe 12, 15 minutes ago.
Noise!
Conrad, can we look at DGB/USD on the daily? Thank you.
Kalishnikov, yeah, sure, if you want. Thanks, dude. What exchange though? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so it's done things since I've looked at it. Hey, confirmation low. Crazy. Confirmation low. Above, like, so your level, wow, dude. So you go look left, you go to 2018, May and July 2018. You go to a high from June 2017. Like, it's doing exactly what it's only ever done historically. Never not done it, okay? You understand? Never not done it. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Then it's like straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Then it goes, when it breaks it goes straight up again. It went straight up and it tested the 200-day moving average, pulled back, and is below that 2017 high, June of 2017. So if you break that for real, you understand the only historical price action pretty much is straight up, straight down to 8.3 to 9 cents. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Wow, it could go straight up again, and it wouldn't be weird at all. But one thing it certainly did do from its previous discernible swing low, like everything else, and I'm just plotting it because why not, you know, is it made an 88% retrace, reacted, and reversed. Type 1, type 2, reaction low, reversal, confirmation low, and the confirmation low ushered in a new wave that you're in, and it just looks like it's begun, right? Could be a big wave. I think you could easily go to 9 cents. You break 9 cents, good God, it could be going to 14 cents. The high that goes back to, my God, January 2018. Yes, it's like everything else. Deep retraces, value perceived areas. This could have been one of the horses you rode on a recovery, sure. That's your DGB, literally like everything else. Okay, DGB. All right, dude. So, yeah, there's like a Patreon night tonight or whatever. So, you know, cool. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin. Maybe it back tests 43K, maybe not. I mean, the selling is very weak. This is not very strong selling. I mean, this is controlled and methodical. I don't know. Until you fall below 42K, maybe even 43K, bulls still have control of this asset right now. We just looked at the monthly. According to the monthly on Bitcoin, bulls control this chart. That is, we know what it's done. It was overbought and then ran down and bounced off 60 and is well above. It's like 66 now on the monthly. That is bullish control zone for bulls on the most significant time scale. So, okay, dude. So you know your levels. You know where we're at. We looked at some altcoins today, and they're all doing similar things, if not identical things, except a couple or a handful, and that's cool, dude. All right, thanks for likes, love, support, contributions. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.
Beware the preachers, beware the knowers, beware those who are always reading books, beware those who either detest poverty or are proud of it, beware those quick to praise, but they need praise in return, beware those who are quick to censor, they are afraid of what they do not know, beware those who seek constant crowds, but they are nothing alone. Beware the average man, the average woman.
At this job, can I get critical areas song please, angelic face.
Price action reversal at the golden sun. Alright, critical areas. Wonderful. Look, you just Fibonacci from your low point to high point.
but as you can see, it's a critical area. Have your alert set up? Golden zone. That's what we look for. Golden zone. That's what we look for. Golden zone. That's what we look for. That's what we look for. We got a big downsloping resistance. We got a big overhead resistance back from early 2018. It's not shallow like your time scales. All right. Critical areas.